Hey everybody, I want to say hi to y'all, and of course I want to say hi to all the returning viewers and first-time viewers. In this video I'm going to install the stitch length regulator, and there's a couple of things that are really interesting about this piece of machinery. The first is this slide block, and this slide block, you'll see that it's got a hole there, and that's unthreaded. It's blank in there. There's no thread in there because it's not a screw. And it doesn't sit on a screw, it sits on a post, an unthreaded metal round post that fits right in there. And I'll show it to you right here. Okay, I don't know if you can see that real clearly, but there's a metal post right there, and that's where that slide block is going to go. And it's blank, there's no threads on there. And what we need to know about that post sticks out so far. The slide block cannot be installed with the stitch length regulator. So the slide block has to go on the post, on the vertical upright first, and then we have to put the stitch length regulator, which has that slider on it where the block goes. That's what we have to do. So that's the first thing, and then the second thing is that thing there, that big screw and spring and washer. And the big stud and spring and washer goes right up here on the mainframe underneath the hand wheel. And I just want to brag about how clean that is because it was really hard cleaning that. But just watch, and that's how it's going to go on. And once it goes through, it goes into right there. So let me show you that again. So we have this big screw, the big stud. Then we want the washer, then the spring. We want the washer hanging down like that, and then it'll go in there like that. And once it goes in there, it's going to go in to that threaded hole there. And there's our lever. So let's go and take a look at that other stuff. All right, there's not too bad of a look at the post. And then what I have to do is I have to take this slide block, which is right there, and I want to put that on the post. Now the way I put the slide block, and what I make sure is that you'll see on the one edge of the slide block, it's beveled on both sides, on that aspect. So what I do is I make sure that the beveled part goes on the inside of the slider on the stitch length regulator, the stitch length adjuster. But like as mentioned before, this whole complex with the slide block in there will not clear the post. So I have to put this on the post first. So what I do is I make sure I've got it on the right way, and then I just take my needle nose pliers. Did I get it? No, not yet. Now I might have to get a screwdriver to come in the side here to kind of line it up because I'm at the wrong angle. Okay, there we are. I did get the slide block on, and the way I got it on there was I just used a pair of needle nose pliers, and then I slid a small screwdriver in so that when I lined up the post against the slide block, I was able to use my little screwdriver just to push it right on. So it is in there now, and what I have to do now is I want to get the slide channel on the slide block, and that'll go in like that. So that's how I have to get it on. So I'm going to try and put it on without misaligning or unaligning the slide block. So let me see how I can get in there without blocking you guys from seeing what I'm doing. So there's my screwdriver that you can see right in there that I'm going to be keeping the slide block kind of still with. Like that. And now I'm going to line it up and see if I can, whoops. It's a little bit sticky, so it's not exactly the easiest thing to do in the world. Between all my little sticks and guides, hoping I'll get it on there right quick. Okay, there we can see the slide block. It's right there. And here we see this piece of metal here that the lever goes into is actually the stitch length mechanism itself. And what I want you to notice is how far in that slide block is in proportion to the lever and the actual stitch regulator itself. And the reason I say that is because that's where that slide block has to be in order for, and like I was saying, that's where that slide block needs to be in order for this to line up, the slide block, like the stitch regulator to line up with the big bolt, which this is. And so it goes the big bolt, the washer with the split hanging down, right down there, and then the spring. So that's in there loose, and I'm just gonna put a screwdriver in and see if I can get a couple more turns into it. There, that's starting to, it's not snugging up, but it feels like it's starting to slow down a little. So let me go back to the other side now. So yeah, that's where it is. That's how far that's, you can't see it, but the slide block is in way back there. I do want to point out that the lever is down, and we remember from our previous instructions when assembling and disassembling that the stitch lever has to be all the way down. So all I'm doing now is just keeping that down, and I'm tightening that big stud, and it's going in, and there, it's seated, it's gone in, and it's really tight. So, so there we are. Now there was a lot that lot more that I would have liked for you to be able to see. But practice with your sewing machines or your parts, and see how it goes for you. And remember, patience is a virtue, especially when we're doing restorations. I did lose a set screw, so I'm going to be looking for a set screw now. But all in all, I want to thank you all again for coming and listening to me and watching my video, and I really appreciate it. If you'd like to help, please subscribe and like and notify. That does help. And I want you guys and gals to have fun, stay safe. Come on back real soon. Adios, amigos. Thank you.